Austin Powers. Just think, without James Bond or the BBC TV show Adam Adamant Lives, this character, this franchise, probably wouldn't exist. Crazy. I was introduced to this movie in 1998 when I was just 6 years old, and it was absolutely hilarious. Matter of fact, I still to this day consider International Man of Mystery to be one of the greatest comedies of all time. The casino scene and the bathroom scene are absolute classics. Comedy at its best.
My name is number 2.
Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2 work for?
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
Oh my god. And then there's the choreography in some of these scenes. They're side splitters. I love the cast, the script is genius, and the editing is excellent and complements the comedy. It is terrific in every way. And to top it off, you have Will Ferrell as Mustafa. Pure gold. I have no complaints with this movie. It's how parodies should be done, with love and the best intentions. Mike Myers is Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, as well as Dr. Evil, originally meant to be played by Jim Carrey, and Michael York is Basil Exposition. Iconic roles that will never be forgotten. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. It's a movie I grew up with, and I watch it once a year. The sequels, on the other hand, are their own bag, so to speak. The Spy Who Shagged Me is a very fun time, in my opinion, with its fair share of laughs, but it's not the first one. For one thing, 2 characters who got burned return, and there's no explanation given. I mean, yeah, I know it's a parody where things just happen, but a semi-logical why wouldn't have killed them. At least it shouldn't have. Saddest thing is, though, one of the folks brought back, Robert Wagner, is given nothing to do. Well, I really should say Rob Lowe, given the whole, time travel element. Will Ferrell is brilliant, though, in reprising his role. His scene is fantastic. But that love scene with Dr. Evil and Frau, one of the most awkward I've ever seen. Ever. My other major problem is with Mike Myers' third character, Fat Bastard. It's not an offense thing for me, rather the lack of laughs that comes along with the part. It's disgust-oriented and it's just more uncomfortable than anything. But hey, Heather Graham is charming and not hard to look at, the production design is outstanding, and the soundtrack is full of great hits. In my opinion, it is one of the better sequels out there. At least as far as comedies go, that is. I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Goldmember is... I was 10 when this came out. 12 years later, here I am. And you'd think with Alfred in the mix, with Michael Caine, it'd be at least good. Unfortunately, by this point, in my opinion, the mojo had run out. Mike Myers still brought his energy and A-game and even added a new character. But much like with a lot of superhero sequels and their endless array of villains, it was simply too much. A lot of the actors are not given much to do besides react to bad jokes, and as a result, they look bored. I'm referring mainly though to Frau and number 2. Scott, on the other hand, is okay. His arc is random and not very compelling, but it is the 3rd movie and they had to do something with him. But probably the saddest thing is how this movie knows it's not very funny. The screenplay knows it, and the actors know it. You can see it in their eyes. That's probably why number 4 never happened. Well, among other things. I guess Mike Myers thought his next best option was the Love Guru. It wasn't. Either way, the one aspect I really enjoyed and the one thing that provided the most laughs from me was Ben Savage and his mole.
Mole, 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 mole.
Besides that, Michael Caine was his awesome self, adding life to all of his scenes. Seeing Mini-Me on the good side was fun and interesting, and Beyonce was a smart addition. I give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. For me, it's definitely the weakest of the 3, and my ranking for all 3, from best to worst, is 1, 2, 3. There is a part of me that would love to see a 4th installment where Scott is evil and Dr. Evil and Austin have to stop him, some diabolical plan to, I don't know, destroy the world, whatever, but I know that it'll never happen because it's been how many years now, so yeah, the chances are uber slim. Comedies in general are very hard to pull off. Trilogies even more so. Just look at The Hangover, Or if you want to think way back, Police Academy. I get that with success there's that knee-jerk reaction to make another one, but I advise filmmakers now, as well as aspiring ones like myself, to not just make one because you can. You get sloppy. All that said, I highly recommend the first one. The sequels, I'll leave up to you. My family owns the trilogy on DVD. Sad thing is that there's no box to hold them all in. Time to buy the Blu-ray. Thank you very much for your time. Have an awesome day.